Hello and welcome to the channel, YouTube world. Another video on The Last of Us Part 2. I know I've already done menu browsing and options, but I wanted to tap into the difficulty separately. Once you're inside the game, right, you can scroll up there as you can see difficulty. You can do the overall challenge. Adjust the overall difficulty of the game, so explore and experience the story with a lighter combat challenge for very light, less challenging than moderate. Resources are more common, and enemies are less dangerous on light. Moderate will give a balanced experience. Resources are limited. Hard for those looking for a greater challenge. Resources are very limited, and enemies are simply more dangerous. And in Survivor, an intense, demanding challenge, resources are extremely scarce, and enemies are deadly. So you could change that from, well, you've just seen it, all the different tiers there. What's interesting is that you can pinpoint each one. So you can have it so that your player is more resilient or vulnerable. Enemies are more passive or aggressive. Allies are more aggressive or passive. Stealth is more vigilant or unsuspecting. And resources are more common or scarce. This is absolutely amazing. So you can still keep the challenge up with the enemies being like really difficult, so you get a sense of an actual challenge, but you can do, you know, what I'm probably gonna do, which is give me the stuff. So let's go to player really quick. Amount of damage the player takes from enemies and the frequency of mid-encounter dynamic checkpoints is what affects the player difficulty. Enemies. Adjust the difficulty relating to the accuracy of enemy gunfire and frequency of projectiles, aggression of enemies advancing and flanking, complexity of enemy melee combos, the movement speed of certain high-threat enemies, and custom tuning to specific combat encounters. So that's what that does. For the allies difficulty setting, it adjusts the difficulty pertaining to aggressiveness of allies in combat and the frequency at which allies kill enemies. Stealth, well, the difficulty slider affects the enemy's perception through vision, hearing, and smell, the length of grace period before enemies will alert others, and conditions for grabbing enemies from stealth. And then, of course, the one that I went right for is the quantity of ammunition and supplies found in the world for resources. That'll affect that. The durability of melee weapons dropped by enemies, and the yield of certain crafting recipes. So I'm gonna, you know, fiddle around with that at my own leisure, and I love games that do this. It's very rare. It's an uncommon thing, hence why I use the word rare. You can just really tailor your own experience, and I think that's amazing. So as always, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. You didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll make sure when you play the game, I'm in there, and you can't toggle me off, and I come looking for you, and it's not going to be good. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally that would be great, but if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, boys and girls, or whatever it is you identify as, and as always, hopefully I'll see at least some of you in the next video. Bye now.